All right, in your table of contents, I want you to add two things. You need to add Unit 7, Proportional Relationships, and 7-1, Ratios, Rates, and Unit Rates.
Ratio, rates, and unit rates. Okay. Only 44 more days. Whew.
43 after today.
I don't know what I'm planning what I'm gonna do for it. Just play video games. I can.
Okay.
Yeah, it's reflecting. All I see is window and some little curtain.
I can see through it, but it's
Where's your journal? Is that helping you? Is it the window reflection on it?
No, it's just orange.
Move to the other side. Move on this side so it does.
Perfect.
All right, on page 43, I want you to put proportional relationships.
Miss Bird, I learned how to say the word
Ray,
that
go
we use
ahead.
it now. I learned how to say the long word that we use it now. Then I'm pretty sure.
Reciprocal.
Oh, I was close.
All right,
I thought it was principal.
everybody still working here?
What's this page called?
44.
Unit 7. Oh,
Oh, I didn't give you the paper. I skipped you.
what page? Oh, this way. Oh.
Let's see. A lot.
Wait, is something recording yet? Oh my god.
Oh my god. Do we put this on the left side of the page?
Hmm?
Do we put this on the left side?
On the right side. No, on page 44. Why are you not on the right page in your journal? You should be on 43 and 44.
It's probably just like tangled up in the table contents because they're not in the journal.
Okay. Did you start taping?
All right. On page 44, I want you to tape I want you to tape the notes that I gave you because it is kind of a large sheet. It's going to take up about the whole thing.
Which
All right.
page?
44. You should be on page 44 with that.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, get your 4 pieces of tape and pass it to the next person. Y'all have tape?
How long is this?
Huh?
No, that's what he told me. Nope.
Forward before. On the right side.
I figured out one of my favorite rappers died April the 9th.
Who?
All right.
I've never heard of it.
When did you send the package to us?
The first week's still out.
From,
Everybody was out on Wednesday. I sent it on Thursday or Friday.
then that would mean that you have a lot.
Yep, you are.
And I'm not at my mom's.
Okay, don't worry about it. We'll handle it, okay? Quit worrying. I need you to get on this lesson today, okay? Have I ever, let you fall just because I said, okay, I'm not gonna help you? Have I ever done that? Do you think I'm gonna
could
start
never
today?
do that?
No.
You're nice.
You're the best.
So, don't worry, we'll handle it, okay? I need you to focus on this today, alright? Alright, so, in our core bites every day, our number 1 question, number 1 is always a ratio question, or a rate question, or a unit rate question, right? Every day, alright? So, this is where this is coming. This whole unit 7 is going to cover what number 1 covers in our core bites every day. Okay? So some of this is already going to be a little bit familiar to you. Some of it is going to be a little bit of a review to you. Yes, sir.
I could have did better than this.
Give me 1 second. And the first thing we're going to talk about is what a ratio is and how do we write ratios. All right? All right, a ratio is comparing 2 numbers. So I've given you an example right here. I said there are 18 boys and 9 girls in Mrs. Johnson's class. There are 3 ways that we can write a ratio. The first way is to write the word 2 in between the numbers.
So, do you write that?
You don't have to write anything yet.
Yeah, it's on the paper.
So, if we have the 2 between, we are going to write a ratio using 2 for the number of boys, 2 girls in Mrs. Johnson's class. I want you to underline boys, 2 girls with your pencil. Underline boys, 2 girls with your pencil. How many boys are in Mrs. Johnson's class?
18.
18. How many girls?
9.
9. And what did it tell us we have to have? 2.
Right.
So we're going to write 18, 2, 9. Simple, right?
Oh yeah, I'm a goat at that. Honestly.
I know.
Everybody.
Blow it out the park, right?
Yeah.
The next one asks us, we're going to use a colon, write a ratio using a colon for the number of boys to students in Mrs.
So,
Johnson's class. So, how many boys are there in her class?
18.
How many students are in her class?
27.
20. How did you get 27? Because it doesn't say it up there.
19. I'm at 18 plus 9.
You had to add them together. 18 plus 9 is 27. So there are 18 boys
I got it.
and 27 total students. Okay?
Perfect. I can't wait till we do a ratio test.
All right. The third way we can write it is with using a fraction. Okay? You have to know the first 2 ways. writing it as a fraction makes rates and unit rates easier. It also makes writing equivalent ratios easier, okay? So, my favorite way to write it is as a fraction, all right? So, but it's not a fraction, it's a ratio. It just looks like a fraction. So, write a ratio of girls to boys. How many girls?
There are
Nine.
9. How many boys?
18.
18. So if I write that as a fraction, the 9 is going to go on the top,
And then the 18,
the 18 is going to go on the bottom. All right, I want a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you remember doing this in core bites before today. Writing a ratio, comparing flowers to bees, or circles to squares, or red marbles to blue marbles, that you remember doing something like this before today. Okay? All right, let's practice this, all right? On the left side of your journal, you don't have to write this. You can draw 3 triangles and 2 squares if you want to. That doesn't matter to me. But I want you to write, oh, and I didn't spell that correctly. Write 3 ratios for the number of triangles to the number of squares. Okay, I don't want 3, I want you to write the ratio 3 ways. Okay, I did not word that correctly. I want you to write the ratio 3 ways. Okay, I want you to use the word to,
And then
use
the
a colon,
semicolon,
and use a
the
fraction. Triangles to squares. Go.
You got the biggest and smallest, right?
Triangles to squares.
Wait, do I have to have the little curve things in it? Like the little.
No, colon is 2 dots.
Okay. Over here is it? 3, 2, 2, 3, 2.
All right, so how many triangles are there?
3.
There's 3
How many squares?
2.
There's 2.
So, Alvon, tell me one way to write it.
You did 3, 2, 2.
3, 2, 2. Jenna, tell me another way to write it.
3 with the actual, like, oh no, 3 colon 2.
Justin, tell me the last way.
Shapes. A fraction.
So what's going to go on the top?
A 3. A 2.
What's going to go on the bottom? 3 over 2. Okay. So, I want a fist of 5 of how comfortable you feel writing a ratio when you are given a sentence or picture. A fist of 5 of how comfortable you feel.
Yes.
Okay.
7. That's easy. So I'm gonna give it a 10.
All right. So we're going to add something to our ratios. Okay. We're going to talk about writing rates. Now, how many of you have parents that go grocery shopping?
I mainly do.
Everybody, every single person's hand should go up, right? Everybody. Because
Sometimes
everybody's
you order
parents do what?
Go
Go grocery
But it
shopping.
still counts if
Okay.
you order it online.
Yeah, still counts.
Okay.
You have to get groceries at your house, right? Okay. So, we all have to get groceries at our house. How many people have parents who bargain shop or figure out the best bang for their buck when they go shopping?
Wait, start that again.
How many people have parents who like to get the best bang for their buck when they go shopping?
What does that mean? I mean, they do, but they
All right.
don't really care.
They don't really care.
Yeah, they just get what they get, and then they don't.
Okay, well here is in my house. Some things the brand name matters. Okay, mayonnaise. The brand name matters with mayonnaise at my house. Okay, my husband likes Duke's. Period.
What's that?
Duke's is the mayonnaise with the yellow cap.
Oh no,
Okay.
we don't get the yellow cap. We get the blue cap.
That's what I get. I get the Miracle Whip.
Oh, that's
Okay.
the best.
That's what I get. Okay. My husband is not a fan of Miracle Whip. I'm not a fan of Duke's. Brand matters for that, okay? So I'm not going to compare price of different types of mayonnaise there, but I am going to compare the unit price. Now, if your parents shop at Walmart, Walmart is awesome for showing us the price per ounce, okay? On the little tag that they have on the shelf, it has the total price for that item, but in a little, usually a little red box, orangish looking box, it has the price per ounce. That is the unit price, okay? And you can decide which size is the best bang for your buck, okay? When you are buying soda or juice, might try to figure out the best bang for your buck, okay? To figure out which one's the best buy, okay? This is something that you will use forever, okay? So, when we write a rate, we are comparing two quantities, two numbers that have different units. Miles per hour, dollars per pound, cents per ounce. We are comparing units to a different unit, okay? So let's look here. A car travels 225 miles in 3 hours. The rate is, we're going to make it real easy, 225 miles in 3 hours. $225 miles in 3 hours. And we write that like this, okay? Now, I could write it with a 2. I could write it with a colon. But if I do it either one of those ways, doing a unit rate is going to be a little more difficult, okay? And I don't want to make it harder for myself than I have to. A unit rate, take your pencil and underline, or take your highlighter and highlight. The unit rate tells the rate in the lowest terms. The amount for 1. It has a denominator of 1, okay? So, we're trying to figure out how many cents per ounce, how many miles per hour, okay? How many people in here have ever heard miles per hour?
We all have.
You all have. Where?
On the car.
In the car.
On a movie.
Where do you see it?
It's like
On your dash.
You see it on the dash. Where else do you see it?
and like
On a road sign? The speed limit? Which I
Yeah.
hope everyone obeys, especially now that you're getting
No.
closer to the driver's license stage.
No.
Speed limit is how fast you should be going,
Usually on our road.
not over, right?
Usually on that road it says 25 miles an hour because there's nobody that really come on there. But then when I'm on my little like go kart thing, I go faster than that. There's nobody there.
Boy, you better watch what you're
Yeah,
doing.
and I feel like it hurt.
If a
The second I get a
go-kart
car, I'm going full fast and furious mode on the interstate.
Am I like 25?
All right, listen. If you can hear my voice, clap once. If you can hear my voice, clap twice. Charlie,
Me and my aunt, we had like mountain bikes, so we went across it wasn't really busy, cause she lives in Florence, the only busy road, which it only had like 3 or 2 cars pass by when we went by there.
Mhm.
It was called like Old Mill or something.
Uh-huh.
But, we kinda just drive, and one time I missed a turn to the house, so I was going the wrong way, cause I had no idea where I was going, cause I wasn't really used to that place. But then Aunt Shirley, I just said her name,
I know who she was anyway.
but, then she yelled, "Where are you going?" Cause I was already halfway across the
Oh, Lord, Charlie. All right, so I gave you an example here. A car travels 150 miles in 3 hours. Find the unit rate. So it tells us, oh, I need a pen. 150 miles in 3 hours. Our unit rate tells us per one, okay? So what does my denominator have to be?
The denominator has to be
1. So I'm going to make an equivalent ratio. 1 hour. So how do I get from 3 to 1?
divide by 3.
Divide by 3. So I'm going to have to do 150 divided by 3. How many times will 3 go into 1?
It won't.
No.
So add the 0. And
How many times will 3 go into 15?
5 times
5 times 3 is,
15. And then you minus that, that's 0. But then
so how many miles in 1 hour?
50.
50 miles in 1 hour.
50
That's
miles.
pretty fast.
I don't know how far it goes.
Well, what's the speed limit usually?
Like on a normal road, like 45, like an interstate.
I don't
like
listen to this
65. Sort of.
That's the
No, I don't.
You don't.
I'm not sure y'all are paying attention to the speed limit.
I mean, I don't know.
No,
On the go, I usually
I mean,
just sleeping or something.
Usually it's usually 55. Okay,
You shouldn't even be driving.
let's look here.
Shut up.
Go-kart.
I have a word problem, and we're going to figure this out, okay? Suppose a 2-liter bottle of soda costs $1.98. What is the unit rate for the soda? So, I need to first write my rate. What's my rate?
$1.98 over 2.
$1.98 over 2 liters. And it asked me for the unit rate. The unit rate means that my denominator must be what? Denominator must be 1. So I want to know how much it's going to cost for 1 liter. So how do I get from 2 to 1?
Divide by 2.
Divide by 2. So if I do it on the bottom, I have
Do
to,
it on top.
I want you to do that. I want you to do that division over to the side.
Oh, wrong.
That would be like 99.
You gotta do it.
Dang, bro, this is
Don't call it out.
easy.
What'd you get, Aiden?
That's exactly what I got. Ooh. That was easy. Oh, I just put 99. I didn't put that decimal.
I put the decimal, not one.
You paying $99 or you paying 99 cents, Alvon?
I mean, 99 cents, but I ain't got no.
99 cents. I don't want to pay $99 for a soda.
Unless it's really old.
All right, so here comes your real life application, okay? So you're at the store and you have a choice between, and let me see if this fits. Oh, no. Let's see if I can fix that.
Oh, it moved on its own.
I can't make that smaller. It's not going to work. I can do that. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so this is your real life application, all right? And this type of thing really does matter, okay? If you're having a birthday party, which if we weren't in COVID, you could be having a birthday party. And if your parent or grandparent is buying the drinks for your party, they need to know which one's the better deal, okay? So this 2-liter bottle is 99 cents per liter. This one says a 3-liter bottle of the same soda costs $2.79.
I'm not blind.
Which is the better deal? So the first thing we're going to have to do is we are going to have to write a rate to go with our 3-liter soda. So we've got $2.79 for 3 liters. How do I figure out my unit rate? What has to be in the bottom? A what?
1 liter.
1
1 liter. So how do I get from 3 to 1? I get from 3 to 1?
Divide by 3.
Divide by 3. So if I do it on the bottom, I have to what? Alright, so go over to the side and do your work. Do not shout out the answer.
Okay. Whoa.
How much is it per liter?
93 cents.
93 cents. So which one should you buy for the better buy?
I would
3 liter.
The 3 liter. The 3 liter is a better buy. Okay, it's cheaper per liter.
Do you have more of these things?
Yeah, I do have more of these.
No.
Wait,
Yes.
what? Why do you say no?
Why is it orange?
Click here.
Let's see.
I could do all that.
All right, on the left side of your paper, the left side of your journal, you should have room. A florist can create 16 bouquets during an 8-hour work shift. Sorry. How many bouquets can the florist create per hour? I want you to do that on the left side of your paper.